Hey guys, what's going on? Dr. Frank here, founder of Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching Programs. In today's brief video, I'm going to give you 4 tips to help you quit watching pornography. Let's jump right into it. Tip number 1 is going on a social media detox. I think for a lot of people, and I can speak from experience, who struggle with an addiction or an inclination to watch pornography, are triggered by something that then leads them to that pornographic website. So maybe it was a photo you saw on Instagram, maybe it was a video you saw on TikTok, maybe it was a movie you saw on Netflix. I'm going to guess at least 6 times out of 10, there's some type of content that's a little bit on the edge, a little bit racy, and it triggers that thought. It's kind of like a tease. There's the girl shaking her butt. There's the hot guy taking his shirt off, washing a car, whatever you're into. And all of a sudden, that triggers the thought of, I'm going to go watch porn. Even if 5 minutes before, seeing that imagery, you had no thought of porn whatsoever. So I think if you're sincerely trying to quit watching pornography, going on a social media purge or even a complete social media detox is an excellent thing to do. I would recommend trying to do this for minimally 3 days. 2 weeks would be great. And if you could do a 30-day social media detox or social media purge where you get rid of all the triggering content, I think you're going to give yourself a head start when it comes to breaking pornography addiction. Now, my second piece of advice for you guys is changing up your routines. There's a good chance that, again, I'll go, 7 times out of 10, pornography has worked its way into your day-to-day routines. So maybe this is something that you do every night before bed. Maybe this is something that you watch every day when you wake up. Maybe this is something that you do during the middle of the day. Everyone is different. Everyone's addiction has different preferences when it comes to times and places. But what I want you to do is start to identify where you have this repeat behavior of watching pornography. So, for example, if you know this is something that you do every night before bed, maybe this is a good time to exercise. Maybe this is a good time to read. Maybe this is a good time, and be cautious, to watch YouTube videos about a hobby you have or about something that you're trying to learn about. Maybe this is a good time to listen to audiobooks. Maybe this is a good time to meal prep. I'm not exactly sure what or when you watch pornography, but you need to start to build something different into those time slots, especially if you're realizing that it happens at the same time each day, day in and day out. Let's try to replace that time with a different habit and a healthy behavior. The healthier the behavior, the more endorphin releasing, the more dopamine releasing, the more serotonin releasing, the better. My third tip for you guys is you have to start telling yourself no. You have to tell yourself to stop. And what do I mean by that? A lot of times what happens is we're on our phone, boom, we see the triggering content, and it's right to the pornographic website. You have to start to tell yourself, wait a minute, what am I doing? I don't want to watch porn for reasons X, Y, and Z. It makes me feel like crap. It makes me feel tired. I feel guilty afterwards. I feel shame afterwards. Maybe you don't. I don't know what emotions you feel. I don't actually know why you want to quit, but whatever those reasons are, you have to tell yourself stop. And this goes with any addiction, whether someone's trying to quit smoking, quit drinking, quit doing drugs, whatever it is, there is one final outcome. The person no longer participates in that behavior, period. Breaking an addiction is not complicated. It's not. The individual just stops doing it. And sometimes one of the most effective things you can do is just pause, set your phone down, turn off your computer, and just say, wait a minute, what am I doing? I don't want to watch porn. I don't want to go down this road right now. I want to go exercise. I want to go meal prep so I can eat healthy tomorrow and maintain in good shape. I want to go watch that YouTube video learning how to build guitars. I don't know. I'm pulling stuff out of thin air. But you need to create some friction in between your thought of I want pornography and your action of watching pornography. Start to create some friction between those two things and put distance between thought and behavior. Because the more times you do that over and over and over and over again, your brain is like a muscle. Willpower is like a muscle. You're going to get better and better and better at it. Just like anything, someone wants to start eating healthier. Well, if you continue to eat dessert every night after dinner and then you stop eating dessert for 2 or 3 days, well, it's going to be really hard on day 5, 6, and 7 to say, no, I don't want dessert. But if you've said no on 1,000 dinners, 1,000 times in a row, saying no actually starts to become really, really easy because that muscle, that willpower, that ability to say no got stronger. Now, I do want to say one caveat before I give the fourth tip. You don't need willpower because you're not giving up something that you actually want. Remember, you're watching this video because you don't want to watch porn. It would be like someone offering me a diet pop and me being like, yo, I don't even like pop. Like, no, I don't need willpower to resist that because I don't even like that. I just don't want it in my life. Porn can be the same thing if you see it for what it is. But saying no, especially in the beginning, definitely takes practice. Last tip for you guys is avoiding the areas where you watch pornography, especially if you watch it on your phone. Now, what do I mean by that? For a lot of people, they might watch it in their bedroom. They might watch it in a bathroom. They might watch it in a secluded portion of the home, maybe in their office, on their computer, whatever it may be. Maybe something you should do is don't bring that phone into the bed with you anymore. Leave it in the family room and get an alarm clock. Don't bring that phone into the bathroom with you. Don't bring that phone wherever you're getting yourself into trouble. If it comes to a desktop computer, maybe consider changing the location of that desktop, either in your house or in your office or wherever it may be. Again, creating more friction between the urge to watch pornography and actually watching pornography. See, the problem with porn addiction is it's very, very easy. If I want to drink alcohol right now and I was an alcoholic, I'd have to go buy alcohol. I have to go to the store. I have to open it. I have to drink it. Then I have to cover up the smell on my breath, especially if I'm interacting with people throughout the day. There's essentially no friction between pornography and the user. It's a very, very quick ease of transition, triggering video onto the pornographic website. You do the deed and you're on with your day. Start creating friction between thought in action, okay? I promise that's going to go a long way. So I want you guys to try those 4 things out. Strongly consider a social media detox, getting off of it for 30 days. Don't bring your phone into the rooms with you where you usually do the deed. Tell yourself to stop. Actually stop yourself, or at least try, because the more times you do this over and over again, the easier it's going to become. And then start to change up your routines. Identify what points during the day are you most vulnerable, or during the evening are you most vulnerable to watching pornography, and start to inject different activities, different hobbies, and different behaviors into those points of yours during the day. And above all else, remember, there's nothing more painful than continuing to do something you no longer want to do anymore. And that especially is true of pornography addiction. I'll see you guys in the next video where I talk a little bit about pornography withdrawal symptoms. I'll see you there.